Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? Today I'm going to do an oracle reading for the solar eclipse, ring of fire, new moon, because the energies are really something we all need to really hone in on. And we already got a message. So this is a general reading. Come into a neutral space. Take what applies to your soul and discard the rest. We got, sorry, I'm trying to work. Soul love. Because we're integrating a lot of things from our soul into our embodiment. And unconditional love. You are clear, pure love. Nothing from your past will block your dreams. Your future will be nothing like what has been before. You're at the center of your universe, looking outward through your experiences. When you look out in balance, you are seeing through love and will experience many variations of love. Make love your purpose. Find it wherever you can go. If you begin to introduce anything to your world that does not feel like love, shift your awareness, your energy, or your eyes until you return to love. Become a devoted to your purpose of love that no one will sway from it. Unconditional love is not about tolerating or diminishing yourself to make another feel good. These are conditional actions that will make you feel less than or resentful. If you're trying to believe something that is not your truth, it will feel awful because you are not in agreement with your soul. Your job is to feel balance in every moment. If you cannot, go easy on yourself, as it is a sign you are yet to love something about yourself. My goodness, yes. Yes, 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 yes. From the research I've been doing, from going within, I'm getting a lot of downloads, a ton. We are integrating right now all aspects of ourselves that are outside of ourselves, the fractals that make us soul up. And we're embodying that in this physical vehicle we are watching this video on. So you have to give yourself grace, but the first step is self-love, is soul love, is unconditional love, is that frequency and vibration to walk into your authenticity, to feel that love, to understand it, understand it, and bring it into the material world through your body. So what does that look like for you? And only you can answer that. Spirit. Collective need. Eclipse. It's a collective need for the eclipse. Now, even though the eclipse is happening today, the energy will be frequenting the next 10 days with a lot of integrations, a lot of downloads. So please keep hydrated. Exactly. Okay. I let go of the anxieties of others. Stop absorbing what no longer serves you. Big one. I can guide and lead others wisely with love. Yes, here you go. Here's your first example of how to use your soul love. First example is the best example. When you can show yourself love, you are vibrating at a higher frequency to exude it to others. Spirit, what do we need? for the collective on this eclipse. Please spare angels. We have fourth chakra. The energy of the heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. So once again, here is Spirit answering that the collective really needs to focus in on self-love, soul love, loving deeply, clearing that heart chakra. You might have a blocked one. And we got this the last poll. Originality. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. With originality comes your authenticity because you're walking your path. You are walking your divine path. This is what is being integrated with these energies. If you have an acknowledgement of the eclipse energies taking in, we're in Libra right now. So things in our paradigm that no longer serve us is being released, but it's up to you to release the energy. It's all up to you at the end of the day, what you choose and choose not to do. We have encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. Inner child. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you behold and hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside time to just play. Think about the things you used to do as a child, whether it go to a park and sit on a swing, or go fishing, or what involved movement? Did you play with dolls? Did you love board games? Did you love just romping around in the park? Whatever those things are for you, even if you're incapable physically of doing them, go to those places. Try to sit on a swing. Try to play on the playground. Who cares what you look like? Because you shouldn't matter what anybody thinks about you anyway. Go and explore and have fun. Don't hurt yourself. Play a board game. Try to include other people. What is it that you did as a child that you so much enjoyed? Because this is where that soul love resides. The innocence of a child exploring the world. If you feel like your heart chakra is blocked and you're going through a lot of adversity right now, please be aware that you can unblock it by just feeling, going within, meditating, whatever method you use to unblock that so that originality can come out. That love. This is, look how many messages right now is all about love. Because that's what needs to be focused on, especially for this eclipse, but integrating your other selves and all the experiences that might come up that might trigger you to have trauma responses. You might wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Just go back to neutrality and find the love within. Look in the mirror, Wash all that negative away and say, I love you. Because that we're being faced with a lot of hard, harsh energies right now. You have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. So make sure you are going and grounding that energy. Again, if you go outside, I know it's miserable where I am, but even if you're going to get the mail, skip, hop, jump to get to the mail without hurting yourself, please. But wash away when you take a shower, go in the bathtub. Imagine all of that energy coming out of and into the drain, because it doesn't serve you. It's not your energy to begin with. Stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. So many of you who have been working on yourselves, stay the course, or helping others. Do not falter. You got this. Just for the collective for this eclipse. Please. Courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. And we have truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. So as you are knowing and going in and acknowledging, understanding, empowering yourself, you are integrating your other selves. You're integrating with your soul in this physical vehicle. Know that you have to have the courage to walk in that truth, which is knowing how divine you are and how special you are to this universe, how a part of source that you are. You have to embody it, have the courage to embody it. You have to feel it, know it, understand it, and absorb it, and the love of your soul will shine. You have to unblock that heart chakra if it is blocked. If it's not, and you're still having some struggle, you have to clear the monkey mind. You have to will things to push through. What spirit does the collective need for this eclipse? Message. What message, please? Awaken your senses, slow down and become aware of them. Yes. We need to awaken not just our five senses, the other senses of our soul. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. Yes, you need to walk in your authenticity. Like I said, you want to play at the park. You loved going as a child on the swing. Why aren't you going on that swing? Because you are in fear that other people are going to comment on you and they're going to yell at you like adults don't belong in a playground. Well, if no one's really there, take advantage. Stop allowing others to dictate your path. You have to go in and choose it for yourself. No one else can choose it for you. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? Angels and guides for this eclipse. The message. Wait, again, we got this before a few weeks ago. It's collaborative dreaming. So in essence, we are really being asked to stay in your integrity, honor what you feel, and remember why you chose to open up to a group endeavor in the first place, especially if the group involvement becomes complex or challenging. Call on unconditional love each day and evening. It only takes a moment to do. I call on unconditional love. Please help and guide me in this project. So as your soul love is unfolding here, right? You are loving yourself, but you're also unconditionally loving others. And we're at a time where we need to come together and group up to do major work. Now, there's ego at play still. People still have their egos not in check. And when we're doing a collaboration and we're dreaming up of something, you're not always going to get your way, but someone else might not get their way. You have to compromise and come together. You're going through this experience, or will be in the near future, because you are a part of a new creative learning program for humanity. This learning program is taking place at a spiritual level, and it requires highly individualistic, creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are in order to reach a common creative goal. This oracle comes with a particular guidance for you at this phase of your life path and creative journey. You are no longer to think of yourself as the lone wolf. Yes, you have your unique path to tread, but you now have tasks to accomplish for your own growth and the greater good that requires more than a one-man band. You will still do your own work, of course. However, others are on the way to help. There are only so much a single drop of water can do on its own though it's precious. Together, those drops become more of a wave and make a considerable impact in the world. You are part of a wave of loving consciousness, and you are meant to be exploring collaborative dreams, healing relationships, and conscious communities. Some connections will be short-lived and perhaps involve some learning experiences that you are hopeful of never needing to repeat. Others will be long-term loves. Either way, you will emerge more of yourself and more in connection with the world that wants your ideas, presence, energy, and light. This oracle brings a message to those of you that are involved in a group and are struggling over whether to continue or to let it go and move on. You are asked to trust your heart, not to allow any group to become more powerful than the wisdom of your own heart. So that's major. Thinking about this entirety of what you're being asked to do is step into your authenticity, going into your heart space, knowing the soul, what's integrating into it, the love you have for it, and all other souls, because it is you at the end of the day. What is the collective need for this eclipse? And through all this hard mental gymnastics works that we are doing individually, it will help steer others and ripple into that big lake. the people who need to do that work and do their own reflecting. It starts with you to ripple that energy out. So more people start loving themselves and unconditionally loving others, though understanding their boundaries, having the courage to do their inner child, encouraging yourself and encouraging others. God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. That's a very powerful message. Clean energy food. When you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So I'm going to say this because I have a particular thing about food, especially if you listen to my spiritual soul advice. Everybody's body chemistry is different, and everybody eats what they consider organic. Please do not change unless you know you need one. If you need to incorporate more nuts, berries, tea into your diet, do so. If you need to introduce less meat, but still you need it because you need the protein, do it. Don't limit your body what it essentially needs, because we're all different. And when you bless your food, you're giving in your loving vibration. So just understand, when it comes to the clean eating thing and those ideals, you have to go within to your heart space to know what is right for your body and for you. And that sometimes becomes difficult when everybody else is speaking their truth, might not be what your body's truth is. Okay, especially people that mean to do well and try to give you advice. You can only do what your body is able to do. So knowing thyself, knowing thy soul and what it needs is most important. And to keep yourself in a high vibrational state. Drink more water at this time. The energies, I drink a lot of water during the day. And let me tell you, I'm super dehydrated. I had to put Celtic sea salt, more than I normally do, into my water bottle because, my goodness. And I've been upticking my magnesium intake because I'm going under this humongous transformation, and I am not alone in that. What is the collective need right now for this eclipse? Message. Be open to receiving. You do deserve to receive. You are full of love. Now share it with another. See? Stop doubting if you are. There are some people that kind of do that. They self-sabotage. This is the time to be clearing those things that no longer serve you. The energy, the feelings, the emotions, the triggers, the negative stuff that builds up within us. We need to start clearing that energy out and going into the love space, frequency, and vibratory state. Spirit, what do we have for this new moon? Eclipse for the collective message. One more, please, if there's any. Take time to breathe out. Are you taking the time for your inner work? Are you taking time to just breathe and be in the moment and just acknowledge your breath? A personal issue reaches resolution. So that might be for some, not all. You're going through something right now, it's going to be resolved. Have trust and faith. So this is a lot of work. Self-love and getting that energy infused and embodied is not easy, especially when we have blocks. So take the time out consciously to make that deep breath, make it work. Embody that breath. Take that breath in consciously. We all need to breathe. What messages do we have for the collective? For this eclipse? Message. Answers will come. Remove the energy blocks in you. You see, I'm picking that up. So again, for those of you who have some blocks in your chakra system and especially your heart, the answers will come. You have to do some work to unblock that. Find balance. Seek balance between doing and being. So in order to get to soul love, you have to have and carve time out for yourself. Yes, there's people, you have busy lives, you have jobs, you have families, you have other things going on that you're always pouring your cup out to others, but you're not pouring. And the last reading was so scattered, but that was a really big message there, is that you got to find time, even if it's small increments, to just take that breath and find some balance. Let's just say you have grandchildren or you're a parent and your day off is going to play with the kids at the park and allowing the kids to play. Why don't you play with your kids? Go down the slide. Go on the monkey bars. You know, I know gymborees and inside, places don't allow adults to really play, but really try to engage in your kids' playtime. And just trying to get examples of how you can find some balance within being your inner child and being the adult. And if you're somebody who is younger watching this, still same thing applies. School life in general gets busy and overcrowded with stuff that we can't ignore. You've got to take the time to focus and go within and love yourself. And if that means by pulling an affirmation each day, looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, putting oracle cards on your refrigerator so every time you see it, you are brought back to that moment where you need to take a breath and take those words in. You got to start incorporating things into your life that are going to help you and that aren't going to stress you. Dormant creativity, release the stagnant parts of you. So this also goes back into your inner child. What is something you do that is creative, whether it's humming, singing, playing an instrument, artwork, drawing, dancing? What is it that makes you creative? All right, so let's just say you're not that creative in terms of application. So maybe you're somebody who writes or is into math. Like, what is another way you could do math or teach somebody how to do math? Is it using different colors, different types of pencils? I'm just giving examples. There is blocks here. So you got to go in that heart space, what it is in you that you have to unblock to get your creativity sparked again. And this is a huge one, forgiveness. Be careful of emotional eruptions. So in this time, we are being triggered by people, places, and things. We are being triggered because everybody's getting rid of the things that no longer serve them, and that might come out in ways that are explosive. You have to give yourself forgiveness for having those moments, and you have to forgive other people for having those moments. You know, sometimes as a person that others lean on, they might dump their emotional crap on you, but you really need to know that they trust you enough to be even speaking that truth to you. And whatever it is that they need to get out, you got to forgive them and release that energy that is building up in and around you. So important. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective, for this eclipse? As I pull this, if anybody's interested in my artwork or getting a reading, some of that information, I have to actually change it. My friend's a lawyer and told me some very discouraging things. So, but please check out my website, AllyKatkreations211.com. You can't book anything on the site, but you got to email me still. But there's a little explanation of what I do. The impossible made possible. Look at that card. The impossible made possible. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into a pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. The divine has resource to all that is and all that is yet to be. Is there any limit to the resources of the heavens? No. So then why has not every impossible dream now been rendered possible, indeed manifest in shining glory upon the earth? The human heart knows everything envisioned can manifest according to divine timing and grace. Yet the mind does quake with fear, so much so that it will not listen to the heart at times. The fear is a childlike nightmare that should you offer yourself up to a sacred, loving power of the great creator, you might be found in to be lacking. The mind holds itself captive with dark fantasies of that profound rejection and then avoids confronting it directly at all costs. It creates barriers instead, truly nothing more than lines in the sand, yet believed to be forts. So now you are guided by this loving power to drop the doubt, shed the incredibly and open up the mind. Allow your imagination to be inspired as though you are a child in a great garden, hearing the breath of the earth and the wind whipped leaves and the voices of the ancestors and the bird song. The universe wants something to happen for you, something beautiful, something utterly improbable, and something perfect for your path, your own unique divine destiny. Your mind will wonder if it is even possible. People around you may wonder the same thing, but your heart will burn for it to become real, to become more than a fantastic, improbable dream. You want it with all your soul. You may not even consciously be aware as yet what this great desire is, but your heart knows. It holds the secret knowledge and will unveil it when your mind can handle it. When your heart is much more powerful than your mind, you won't unintentionally block the incredible grace of manifestation seeking to pour into your thirsty soul like the sweetest, purest water of blessings. This is immense and this is very deep, but it is really the truth. Once you go in and you start playing like a child and start thinking like a child, why my creative self is bursting right now with so much joy and happiness, making creations and creating, is because I allowed myself to go back to that space that I loved of myself so much. I went into my heart space and asked, is this even possible? Is this something I can fathom to do? And I made it happen. So what are you trying to do to make the impossible made possible in your life? What is your dreams? What is your soul singing and humming to you? What does that inner innate self want? And along the way, you might collectively find others to do that, but you need to have the courage. You need to find the balance and get those blocks unblocked. You have to just, it's starting with that soul love. What messages do you have for this eclipse with the collective and the new moon? I have one more. Witness, I am fully seen. The cave, the sanctuary exists within. I think the last time we got the cave. Sanctuary exists within. It's the silence that arrives when the seven powers of the ego have been overpowered by love. The cave is symbolic of going inward to a space within us that can provide stillness. The peace of being completely held in love, even as the world around us continues its constant movement. We are held still in love. So the cave is really going and doing that work within. Always. I am fully seen, the witness. It's a miracle and a mystery what allows one person to truly see another. The reciprocity of this full version and vision of seeing and being seen by another is sacred and graced. You cannot force yourself to see someone entirely for all that they are. It's a moment that exists in soul time, Kairos. And the reciprocity of this full vision requires that we reveal our truest self. Again, talking about the authenticity of your soul and walking in it into this body. We cannot be fully witnessed by someone, by a beloved, unless we are fully revealing all that we are. It's a rare and holy moment. It's a diamond that's finally made visible after years and years of pressure in the dark. I've often imagined that everything grew still around them, that nothing could possibly exist as intensely as they did. I often imagine that power of their gaze is something we all long for, the infallible glory of truly being known and the glory of hearing your name and seeing love fully incarnate right before you. Once you are able to be witness to seeing somebody in their full capacity, will you have others see you in your full capacity? But you need to absolutely walk into your authenticity. You need to just do you, be you, and F everybody else. You have to have the New Yorker type attitude, like F all of you people who don't have a trust, belief, or see me for who I really am. Because they're not looking at your soul. They're looking at your exterior body making judgments. And those people you don't want around you anyway. You want people to walk in their authenticity around you, to support you, to see you. So many cards in this deck. I have two cards. Ah, my cards. We have Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive into your soul and do some of that work, because we all can improve on self-love, unconditional love. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. We have to give other people's grace right now. As we are going through our own journeys, everybody else is going through theirs, and we need to have that grace to be gentle with our approach to others in their healing, in their trauma, in their experiences. Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion, and that is the crux of what is happening with this eclipse energy. The illusion is disappearing. You, though, are the one that creates the illusion. When you get and step into your soul's power, you will then lose the illusion and see reality as it is. And in the frequency and vibratory state of love and authenticity. One affirmation card, two of them, in fact. Today, I'm excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. Yes, it is. Because you're consciously choosing to have it be the best day ever. Today, I am accepting. Today, I will open my heart and listen with an open mind to new ideas and opportunities. This is how conscious expansion works. When you do that deep work, you acknowledge the newness of things, transcending what does not belong in you. Spirit, what is the overall feeling of this reading? This eclipse. What is the overall feeling and read for this eclipse? New moon energy. Epsilon modulation. And that's the card. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace in eternal cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be a cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. Reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing powerful, deep roots. A mature, creative offering takes longer to produce than that which is ephemeral and swiftly supplanted by whatever is next. To embrace the patience required for building, surrender the need for immediate gratification. We must become so confident in the authenticity and value of our process that we are not in need of external evidence to bolster our courage. We can enjoy validation along the way, but must not turn away if it is absent for a time, especially if those around us appear to be moving faster. This is very, very, very important. Allow the flash of stunning insights happens in an instant. It follows a complex orchestration of purification and preparation. There is genius in patience and perseverance. There are the hallmarks of nature's long game of breathtakingly diverse creative display. When we immerse ourselves in this sacred feminine wisdom and that underpins Mother Nature's rapturous creativity, we live differently. We allow ourselves not to know what is coming next, to not need to have the entire picture before we trust things are going to work out. We use our power to attune and allow rather than to direct and demand. We shift from ego to soul, and in doing so, can embody our divine potential. This oracle asks you to trust in what is happening in your life. It doesn't need to make sense in order for you to benefit from it. This oracle asks you to put your faith in the spiritual power of your path. Dedicate yourself to your personal development and seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. What a powerful wrap up of everything that's here on this cloth. My goodness. So we got, I mean, the work never ends. It just transforms into higher frequency, higher vibratory states. Truth shifts every frequency and every vibration. The collective shifts. So know that today you're going to have a great day. And that you are accepting of what you are in totality. Walk your authentic path. Collaborate with others. Have courage and walk in your authentic truth. Try to focus on drinking more water and taking more minerals in as the energies are really changing. Ground in nature by going into the park, being like child, exploring, playing, being happy, just being in the breath. And certain things will start unblocking from your path. Things will start in time and divine timing release, and new things will start coming into your experiences. So guys, I am sending each and every one of you love, light, shielding, and protection. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Go to my website. The link is on the top of my channel. Please be safe, be seen today. Go within today. Meditate, light some sage. Put some water out into the ether. And do you, boo. Do you. Because the world is waiting for you to emerge out of this cave so that we can witness the beautiful soul that you truly are. And with that, I hope to see you guys all on the next one. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.